Hello everyone, Broadcaster here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the Aphelios, a recap to my previous video in which I show the default error in the propellant tank that's at the back here. I'm not positive that it's the propellant bay doors that activates that. I think I've learned a little bit more after taking out the bolt tool and tightening down all the orange alerts that I had on this ship. Um, I believe I understand a little better how the durability threshold system works, and it seems to be based on an overall ship value, and then whatever is in the critical zone comes up red on that threshold scale. And that threshold scale can go up or down. So if you start adding something in one part of the ship and it's lower durability, you might see uh, that is elevated, triggered a red alert on equipment somewhere else. Because you've pushed the ship past a threshold, and then it starts to mark the critical pieces after that. The reason I believe that is in chasing down, by default, the ship comes with orange alerts all over in all of these thrusters and in a lot of these panels all over the ship. You'll find these orange alerts, and as you bolt things down, you'll notice that, of course, things that are attached to other items are reliant on the item that's attached to the closest to the frame. So as you increase the durability of one item, it affects the other items around it. And I found that these coolers on the outside were very difficult to get rid of the orange alert on them. I've bolted all around them. They have very few bolt down spots, and I think that's the whole reason. There's a place for bolt there and there on these wings, so there's only four bolts there. And actually, this is one of the ones that I never really bolted real well. Um, I think I just gave up because you can chase the durability around. I've bolted some of these. I'll maybe show you on the other side. Um, it doesn't really matter how many bolts you put into it. Um, you can bolt it forever because it only has four bolts holding these wings on. I think it's very susceptible to having errors. So, and like I say, all these panels underneath, I bolted the heck out of them, and you would see the alerts come on and off on the air or the coolers as I bolted these. I wish I could show that to you now. I probably could over here. I'll see if I can make that happen. Um, these ones are already have bolts all around them. I doubt this is going to affect it. I'm probably just wasting my time and yours, but I think you understand what I'm saying anyway. It's these are going to be susceptible to orange alerts no matter what you do. I don't know, maybe tier 3 or have a different setup, but as far as I'm concerned, you're going to have orange alerts on these. And it's a good idea to get rid of all those orange alerts, because if they're orange, they could be teetering on the point of criticality and going red. And as soon as they go red, you're stalled out, and you don't want to be hauling precious cargo back, trying to get home and not be able to go at full speed if you are being overtaken by pirates or who knows what. You're going to rely on your ship performing, and the smallest bit of damage is going to knock you out if you've got durability issues. Anyway, onto the ship. The As far as the upgrades are concerned, I put in these are sheets of 288 wide glass. Not sure what they are in length. I think that's it. 144 centimeters tall and 288 wide, and they fit perfectly. It was just by chance. What I did was I followed the beam coming off the frame wall, not this rounded one, but the frame wall. I stayed in line with that, and that came in at 288 centimeters. So if you frame off of that wall, um, and you'll have to mess around with the pieces to get your length in, but the width will automatically fit your 288 size, and then you can glass in the entire cab. And in the previous video, I started to do that. I was moving. I'm going to get rid of the blueprint mode here. And yeah, I'd started to do that. I had pulled the levers off this wall because it's a leading edge wall, and or it was before the I took the MFC off, and I had been stranded by an asteroid that hit this corner, and then I couldn't print the levers because the blueprint had wires running through the levers. So my goal was to put them in a safer spot. I tried putting them on this wall, and then I wanted to move the cockpit up and have, better visibility. This is kind of interesting. I moved the hinges for the generator door, and I set a piece of glass right here, so it closes the ceiling hatch. It's kind of got a sunroof, and so it closes up, and now we're sealed in. And there's a little gap here, but it wasn't anything too consequential. I just basically wanted a place that I can get into where you're not just going to get shot by someone sniping. If you're a moving target and you're sitting out in the cab of the Aphelios the way it is by default, you're wide open. But anyway, the upgrades went really well. I wanted to show, a simple, just what you can do basically with a little bit of time, some girders, some steel glass, and lots of bolts. You got to bolt the glass in through the frame of the girder to really set it in nicely. But otherwise, everything just wires up and communicates again. You might have to maybe reestablish items that you hook up by maybe cutting. What I found was cutting the MFC wire connection and reconnecting it once you have your levers placed may help get them to activate or show up or register. Other than that, it's really straightforward doing a upgrade like this. There's not a lot to report. The other thing is that if you do build the glass up 2 tiers high, you will find that that your reverse thruster up there is in danger of shooting into the cab. So, and it still does slightly. I had to raise it up. I just basically framed up a couple little arches here and placed it up a little higher, and that fixed it. For a little while, when I reverse thrusted, it was pitching. It was pitching backwards because it was thrusting into the cab, and it was affecting the balance. There's one motor on top and one on the bottom, one engine on bottom and top. So it was pitching when I'd reverse, putting it up on that little arch, fixed the problem. So, and that's about it. Thanks for joining me for this video, and we will try to put out more videos like this in the future. I'm planning on putting in a lot more hours in this game. I'm really enjoying it a lot. I think they've got something really good here. It has a ton of potential. PvP and PvE potential in this game is limitless. Like, your imagination is going to be what determines the limits of this game. The players are basically the ones who are building a lot of what this game is going to be about. We're being given the framework to do what we want. So dive in, make it your own, do what you want to do in this game, and enjoy. So until next video, you guys have fun. Take care.